Hi there, Minnehaha community. This is Mike DiNardo, the Upper School Vice Principal. I am pleased and happy to bring you a word of encouragement today. I'll be honest, back when David Hoffner asked me to be part of the word of encouragement lineup, and I believe he had me set to go last on May 18th, I didn't think much of it. I thought, no way will I have to do that, but I threw it on my calendar anyway as a reminder to make sure I set up that devotional. Well, here we are. I could not believe that we would still be out of school for this long, but that's what ended up happening. Today's word comes from the verse that we've been looking at all year, Isaiah 43:19. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the desert and streams in the wasteland. And at least from an upper school perspective, we thought we had our new thing this year. We had the brand new building, the wonderful facility, new class of students to come through, and we were very excited to get into that space. And for 3/4 of the year, it met and exceeded all expectations. But that wasn't the only new thing that God had planned for us. We had new and different plans, a new way to do education, distance learning education that none of us ever really wanted to do. We are dealing with things that we never planned on, weren't really trained for, and the students especially are struggling through the same thing with the loss of activities and time with friends and other plans. A verse I often come back to is a very familiar one, but it's Jeremiah 29:11. I know probably many of you know that by heart. But for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. I mean, when you think of that, God's plan is to give us a hope and a future. We just have to kind of continue to rely on that hope and on the future that will be better than what we're dealing with right now. But it hasn't been all bad. I've seen amazing things that faculty and staff have been doing. We've learned new ways to do things. We've learned ways to connect with students virtually. We've learned ways to do a middle school play through Zoom. We've learned how to provide chapel to students and create these wonderful experiences, ways to honor and roast our Mr. Enderton as he's retiring. There have been just some wonderful new ways of doing things that have made us stretch and made us think differently about how we're going to do things. And I think in many ways we will use some of these same ideas when we come back full time together, and it will only make the education that we provide even better. We will appreciate the relationships that we have with each other and with the Lord, because that is all we've been able to rely on at this time. So Minnehaha community, stay strong, stay together. There is no other group of people I would rather be going through this with. I am so proud of you, what you've done for each other, what you've done for our children, for my children. And I just appreciate you so much. God's blessing to you. And as we finish out this school year, I hope you have a wonderful last week of official school here, and then get to earn some well-deserved rest soon. God bless.